let me turn the radio down. Alright, so we are in the car. I had some showings today, and so we traveled to Marietta. And now I'm headed, I gotta get the kids something to eat, but we're headed back to the Buckhead area to so I can tour the office. So I don't know if I've said this already. I haven't made an official announcement, but I am with Palmer House Properties. I know I've said that in another video because I remember saying it. But when I signed up on via email. So I filled out my application and everything and sent all of that via email. And so I've never been to the office. So I could have gone to the Marietta office, but for why? Because I'll probably never have to really go into that office because we're not on this side of town. So I'm going to visit the Buckhead office and get stay with it and get my laptop hooked up to the office Wi-Fi and my code to get into the office after hours. So that's what we're gonna do. But first I had to get them something to eat. But we're gonna do that once we get on that side of town. I got 30 minutes to drive. We're moving slow, so I figured I would come and do this video. So this video is for realtors. So if you just like listening to me talk, you're a part of my tribe, sure, you can listen to this. But this is really advice to aspiring and new real estate agents that don't really know this yet. Okay. I've said this before in other videos, but as a newbie agent, you definitely do not want to close off different ways to make money in this business. There are a lot of seasoned agents who will say they don't do rentals because it's not a lot of money in them, and that's true. If you are referring to single family and townhomes, those commissions really aren't that much. Okay, you might get a few $100s or whatever, but I wouldn't say don't do it because those renters may eventually want to buy. Okay, and so you don't want to completely shut those deals out because, you know, as a newbie, you definitely want to be making some money and definitely get that experience under your belt. So I've already talked about apartment locating, referring people to apartments. That's incredible because they will pay more. Most of them would pay more than, you know, a single family or a landlord would pay you, or an owner would pay you, because I mean, it really just depends on the market where you are, obviously. But in Texas, they would pay anywhere from 50%, and I've seen it as high as 250%. What does that mean? That means if the rent is $1,000, they will pay you 250%, which essentially would be $2,500 for that deal. Or it could be $500 at 50%, right? So don't, you know, brush those under the rug and let these seasoned agents tell you why you shouldn't do them. You know, these seasoned agents typically have like a steady flow of clients coming in, referrals and things like that. And so, you know, don't shut out that income. So that is that. So if you are working with people who are wanting to lease single family, so you're dealing with another agent, single family, townhomes, that sort of thing, and there's an agent that listed the home for lease. I'm not talking about apartments right now. I'm talking about single family, townhomes, stuff like that. You want to vet those clients. You want to vet all of your clients, especially if they're wanting to buy. You do not want to take anybody out on tours or showings. I say tours. Most agents say showings. You don't want to take them out on tours without having that pre-approval letter. Pre-qualification, anybody can be qualified to buy a mortgage, buy a home, but the pre-approval process means that someone has gone in and really looked at their credit and approved them based on their credit scores, their debt to income ratio, all of that. Okay, that's more of a guaranteed, even though it's really not, letter versus a pre-qualification letter. So you do not want to take anyone out, and if someone says that they have cash, then they need to show proof of funds. Do not go anywhere with anyone without those letters in hand, okay? And if you can always call and verify, because people nowadays, they just be doing the extra most. You can even call, because it's going to be the lender's phone number. You can call and verify that is a legitimate letter. Another thing, let me go back to people wanting to lease single family. So how you vet them is, there are some basic requirements for owners before owners will even, lease to an individual or family, whatever. And they usually want a minimum credit score. The way I see it, or have seen it, is 600. They want the score to be at least 600. No broken leases or evictions, obviously, and no criminal background. So how you vet them is by asking for a copy of their credit reports. Okay, you need all three. Okay, because there may be some things listed on one that's not listed on the other two. So you want to have them give you access to their login information or something like that. You do not want to take people at their word, because people lie. And I'll never forget. What the hell? I thought that was I was like, what is that? Some type of plane. I thought that was a commercial plane doing all that. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Yes, so in order to vet them before you start taking them out, listen, people wanting to rent homes or lease homes, they will do, again, the most. And they'll have you looking at several different properties. Don't do that, because they don't pay enough for you to be taking them to 10 and 15 different properties. If you have to do all of that, then you don't know what they want, number one. I don't care. There's a failure to communicate somewhere. Get over if you're going. And you're welcome. And okay, so does it irritate you when you let somebody Carmen, you just wait, when you let somebody over or something like that and they don't give you the hand in the mirror to say thank you? I just be wanting to ram in the back of people when they don't, but she did. But it's just isn't there one of the laws of the road? If someone lets you over, that you gotta give the hand sign to say, as a way of saying thank you. Anyway, so vet your clients, because as a newbie, I don't know, it's like people smell newbies, they smell rookies coming a mile away, and they will waste your time. So before you go out and start showing leases, make sure that you know that they would even qualify for the lease. Okay. All right. So another thing that I wanted to mention is, simply because I am about to head to the Buckhead office, is that you as a realtor, period, I don't care how long you've been in the game, but you definitely want to have safety protocols in place. You don't want to ever just meet some random person that calls and say, hey, I'm out in front of 123 Peach Street and I want to tour, you know. You want to meet these people at your office. You want to introduce them to someone in your staff. What I will do, if I am just unsure, I will get copies of their license, as well as their license plate. And usually in all the offices that I've ever been a part of, there's a file cabinet in the front, file drawers, and they have each agent's name on it. You want to take that and let the person at the front office, at the front desk, know that, hey, I'm going out to show. These are the properties that I'm going to. This is the person that I'm showing, and this is the copy of their driver's license as well as their license plate. And just say, I'm going to put this in my file, and that way, if you know anything happens or people aren't hearing from you, your office isn't hearing from you, then you need to, you know, then they know, okay, last time we heard she was with this person and she was going to these homes to tour, right? Totally makes sense. Okay. Also, there is usually a safe word or a code word that is shared in the office amongst agents. Now, this is obviously a word that you don't ever want to share publicly. It is strictly what the heck? Now, I know I drive slow, but good Lord. You want to know what that code word is. So if you are an agent and you're like, what is she talking about? You need to call and ask your office manager, broker, whoever is the head of the office, and say, hey, do we have a safe word or a code word? And that code word could be anything, obviously, that is shared amongst your office. And that way, if you ever feel like you're in trouble or you need help, I know at one of my old brokerages, it was an address. And I can't remember exactly what it was, but we would call. Thankfully, I never had to do it, but if needed, we would call into the office and say, hey, I'm headed to, and give this particular address. It was a fictitious address, but we would say, hey, I'm headed here. And that way, they would know that you needed help. So there has to be someone that you can call when you need help. Okay? So find out what that is. Always make sure that you meet up with your new client. I mean, if this is, I'm talking like, if some of your clients may be family, some of them may be friends, some may be friends of family and things like that, people that you're comfortable with, so this isn't necessary. But I'm talking about maybe the people that you find that reach out to you
2 miles, take exit 254 onto Mossmill Road.
That reach out to you on social media or via a landing page of yours, your website, or whatever. People that you just don't know. Those people. Those are the people that you want to meet at your office and have your consultation. You're going to have a consultation anyway, whether they're leasing or wanting to buy. You need to have that consult. So just do that in your office. And all of these offices nowadays have cameras stay with it. Have cameras everywhere, and that, you know, you just gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying. That way, they have a face. on camera of the person that you were last with, as well as if you do what I say and get a copy of their license, then people can know who they are and know how to find them. So that's all I'm saying. Just be careful. I know, as a lot of these newbie agents are so anxious to get to work and start making money and stuff like that you don't really think.
Use the right lane to take exit 254 onto Moores Mill Road.
You don't really think, and you don't think things through and whatnot. So don't let that be you, okay? So get to know your office, code words, and all of that, and just stay really, really safe. And get you some, which I don't even know where you buy it at, but I need to figure it out. Pepper
Take
spray.
the exit, then turn right onto Moores Mill Road northwest.
Pepper spray and what they call those things, stun guns and stuff like that. I know I saw it.
Turn right onto Moores Mill Road northwest.
What? Oh. There is like this this camera thing that you can hook to your wherever. It doesn't look like a camera. It actually looks like a old school beeper. That's what it looks like. But you can
In a quarter of a mile, turn left onto West Wesley Road northwest.
I really have to research those some more, but I saw a video of one, and it's like a wide lens camera that can show,
Turn left onto West Wesley Road northwest.
Okay, it transmits where you are and stuff like that, and it's specifically for not just for realtors, but it's like marketed to us. All right, so we are 13 minutes away, and hopefully we can be in and out of there because my kids are hungry. Then we gotta find something to eat. So today, what I had to show were 2 single family homes. Not sure exactly what the client is going to do. She's a little, some people can be like, oh, I need this right away. We got 2 weeks to make a decision. And then they're just like really, really picky. Anyway, there is I just became certified in this lease to purchase program for people.
In 3.8 miles, turn left onto Piedmont Road northeast.
For people who cannot buy right now for whatever reason, but they want to be in a single family home and want to eventually have the get your ass over. Sorry, road rage. You was all like in my lane. What the hell? What was I saying? That house is pretty. Oh, fudge. I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? I was talking about. What was I talking about? Dang, don't you hate when that happens? When you're talking about something and you get distracted. Oh, the lease to purchase program. So it's good for people who don't necessarily have the credit or the income or whatever, right? Or you're just not sure if you want to live in a particular area. So at least you have your lease with the option to purchase anytime during your stay there. So qualifications are pretty much what they are for people who want to lease an apartment. So no evictions, no broken leases, no criminal background. Of course, you have to have the income. You may not have the best credit score, but that's not really what they look at. I mean, they look at it, but it's not as hard as it would be to get an actual mortgage. And then, you know, during that time, a time period up to 5 years in most states, with the exception of Texas is 3. During that time, then, you know, you need to get your credit together so that you can qualify for a conventional FHA or vet loan, whatever. So I just got certified in that. And that's a really cool, you know, program, because some people opt to lease an apartment, but that's not really what they want. But they can't. It's just too difficult to get into a mortgage. Of course, you still have to have closing costs, earnest money, like all of that is still a thing. But it's a little bit. God, these houses are beautiful. It's a little bit, you know, slightly easier. So about Atlanta or Georgia, period. Like, Georgia low-key has mountains. I'm just saying. Like, it is so, I don't know if y'all can tell just by, you know, looking through the window, all the hills that I'm going up and down. But, man, it's beautiful, but geez Louise. Jeez Louise. So right now we're driving through Buckhead, and it's just like so funny to me because, you know, I watch Atlanta Housewives and I watch Married to Medicine, and so when they get all the, you know, their B-roll footage is usually of houses, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, a lot of these houses look familiar. Because I've seen them on TV. Like, I'm such a tourist. We haven't even been here a week yet, but I'm still a tourist, okay? I'm still, like, looking at a lot of these houses and buildings that I've seen on TV, and it's just, like, so funny. But let me tell y'all what happened to me a little while ago, right? So when I get in the car to head to Marietta, for whatever reason, I have 2 alarms on my car. The regular alarm, you know, the what do you call that, you know, the alarm that was put on when it was made or whatever, and then I have a Viper, and the Viper has been acting up, so I haven't used it. I haven't, like, engaged the Viper in a couple of months, about 2-3 months, because it just, like, randomly goes off and something's wrong with it. And so my Viper remote battery has been dead for at least a month. I don't know how it died, but I don't use it. But it was dead. So then we get in the car this morning, you know, that beep, 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 beep starts going on. You know how alarms do when alarms have been tripped. And I'm like, what the So then we get on the highway and my alarm is legit going off. And what's supposed to happen is once you put your key in, it should disengage the alarm. But that's not what happens. So we riding down 75 and my god dog my dog wait a minute, am I supposed to turn only? No. My alarm is just going off. And I'm like, oh Jesus. So then we had to pull over to doggone Rite Aid to get a battery to disengage the alarm that I never engaged in the first place. So I'm like, how is this? So something is going on. Like, there's a malfunction of, so what kind of building is that? Of some sort. And I don't really want to get it, like, you know, ripped out or whatever, but I need to do something, because it's really good. And then another thing, like, the Viper is supposed to, your car should move if the Viper is engaged. That was my understanding. Your car shouldn't even start up. But I'm like, I don't know. So,
in 1 mile, turn left onto Petermont Road Northeast.
Almost there. So anyway, that was so frustrating. I can laugh about it now, but it was like super embarrassing. Cause I'm like, do people think I stole this car or not? So, yeah. So speaking of real estate, let me just go ahead and plug my mentoring. I do mentor new agents, and you can go to my website to learn more about what I offer, like all of the info. Ooh, is that a house? Okay, let me drive. Dang, it was a pretty pool. I do mentor agents, and all of the information on my mentoring is on my website. So if you're needing help with, you're feeling stuck and you don't feel like you're making any money, I can help you. I've been here less than a week, and I'm already need you start rolling up on me like that. And I've already gotten 3 clients that I'm working with. Okay. So that's the thing. I feel like I gotta do something with my hair. I need to find a hair store. Ooh. These little streets are so narrow. Ooh. And they're raggedy too. So raggedy. Buckhead is like really interesting. You gotta stop sign. My turn.
This time.
My turn. Like all of the houses are so cute. But man, these doggone hills. When we went to the Children's Museum the other day. Oh shit. Stop sign. Oh, that house is pretty. What am I doing? 400 feet. What? So here.
Turn left onto Petermont Road Northeast.
Turn left. Okay, now we're on turning off Petermont. Yeah. So we went to the the museum the other day. I had to park on the steepest hill ever.
In a quarter of a mile, the destination is on your right.
Listen,
Palmer House
you need to get away from me. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, where? Oh, right here. Is this it? Looks like it. Oh, fudge. I think this is it. Is this it? Has to be. Because it looks like the building. Oh, which building is it? I think it's this one over here. Based on Google View, this looks like, oh, is it this way? This looks like the office.
The destination is on your right.
Yeah.
Palmer House Properties.
So,
Arrived.
there's no line. No, wait a minute. I want to go right. Okay, wait, that's not it. No, that's a lot off it. I think. Yeah, as soon as we're down here. I know, but you obsessed with looking at houses? Is this it?
Stairs.
Oh, this is it. Okay. There's no lines on the ground. Like, where's the park? All right, so we're gonna go in, and I'm not sure if they're gonna allow me to record.
I would like that.
But we're gonna try. So we went into the
Starting route to Lennox
office,
Square. Head north on Piedmont Road northeast.
and not sure. Tried to get some footage, but not really. So I have to look at it.
Can I get the air on?
The area's on. You can put your window down. So I have to look at the footage and see if the angle was even right. I don't like holding a phone in people's faces. So nobody signs up for that.
3/4 of a mile. Turn right onto Peachtree Road northeast.
Turn right. Okay. So put your window down. If the footage is good, I will, I'll add it. But if not, if you don't see it, or if you didn't already see it, then that's because it didn't look good. Put the window up, Journey. Alright, so now we're headed to, so about the office. The office is small. I just mainly wanted to know how to connect to the Wi-Fi and the code to get in after hours. That was what that was about. So anywho, now we're headed to find something to eat. So I was having a long conversation with the new agent coordinator. I don't hear a window down. About places to eat, because she is vegetarian, but she's kosher. And I was kind of getting a lesson on that. I'm like, I've heard of that before, but I don't know.
Turn right onto Peachtree Road.
Don't really know what that means. And I know a lot of. What's wrong with the lighting? Yeah, oh, maybe. Hold on. That help. A lot of, I guess, all See, y'all know there are certain things I can't say because of my braces. Man, makes it sound like I don't know how to speak, but I do. But anyway, Jewish people are kosher, and I was just kind of getting a lesson on that, like what that means exactly. So what does it mean to eat kosher meat? So that's what I wanted to know.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right.
So we're in Buckhead. I think this is Buckhead. Wait, is it? We're by the mall. Because I remember seeing all this stuff the other day. We are by the mall. Oh, so I did a vlog the other day, and there are a couple of vlogs / videos that I'm trying to, I can't get uploaded because my phone is acting a whole donkey. And it's saying that I'm running out of space, or I don't have space, and that's not true, because I have a lot of space on my phone for one. And I have, I pay for 2 terabytes of iCloud storage, but on both of my phones it's saying that, on both of my phones it's saying that I don't have any space. What? So when I go to try to upload the video to YouTube, it's saying that it can't because I don't have storage. So I have to figure that out, so I can upload the doggone videos that I have to upload. So, this is so aggravating. Alright, where am I going? So we're headed back to Lennox, hopefully today. So we went the other day, and
Stay in the right lane.
I don't know how you get over there though. I ain't gonna try. So I turn right? Turn right? Yes. So I'm learning. We've been acting like tourists since we've been here. So
Turn left onto Lennox
I'm
Parkway.
learning.
Then at the roundabout, take the
I'm learning, the different streets and whatnot. Some of it is sticking. Oh, look, Tesla. I love Tesla. So anyway, oh, you just gonna come out? That's what you're gonna do? So, I don't want to go to Macy's again. Because that man was walk a lot going into Macy's. Wait, I think I'll park on the other side of Macy's. So some of the streets are actually sticking in my brain. You know, I'm halfway remembering how to get to different places and whatnot. Kind of, but not really. I still use my GPS as a crutch. So should we go back over here? I'd rather park over here though. So I'm gonna have to cross the street. Is that a stop sign? Because if it was, oh fudge, I just ran it. We're gonna park over here and go to this side. Okay, so at this point, I'm hungry, so I'm getting aggravated, and my patience is thin. So I'm gonna go park where. Okay, listen. There are two sides of the road for a reason. Stay on one side, your side. I'll stay on mine. Just people that don't know how to drive. And then they're being like luxury cars. So I'm like, do you really even care about your luxury car? Alright, anyway. So we're gonna go eat. And I need a case for my laptop too. Yes. Alright, so we'll return.